Do you know the song that I'm playing? The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain to see what he could see, and all that he could see, and all that he could see. What do you think he could see? Did you think that he could see the other bears? Or do you think that he maybe saw the other animals? He saw the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain. Why am I singing this song? I think I'm singing this song because today my story is about a bear. Now, I chose this story today because I remember the time that I visited the zoo for the very first time. You see, my favorite stuffed animal, my favorite toy was a teddy bear. And I had many, many teddy bears. I had a pink teddy bear, and I had yellow teddy bear. I think I had the teddy bear series of the Care Bear. So I had all these teddy bears with different colors. And I loved them so much. So I have always asked my mom and dad when I was young. I was always asking, Mommy, Daddy, can you please take me to the zoo? Please, with the pretty cherry on top. And one day my mom and dad, bless them, decided to take me to the zoo. Yay! I was so excited because I could finally go and see the real bear. Because up to that point, I've never actually seen a real bear in real life. So I was very, very excited. I was like, oh my goodness, is the bear going to have that sparkly round eyes? Is he going to have the big wet nose? Or is he going to have the big round ears with that chubby, shaggy, nice, fluffy hair? I was so excited that I couldn't sleep that night too. So when we got to the zoo, and then we were going over many different cages to see all these animals, and finally there was a cage for the bear. And I was so excited. But when I saw this bear for the first time, now this bear I saw there was a grizzly bear. And it was nothing like what I imagined. He was ginormous and he looked angry, and I was terrified because I was only 7. I thought, oh my goodness, that bear looks so scary. Does not look like my teddy bear. So I was a little bit disappointed, and my parents, being heartbroken, they thought, you know what? We will take you to the another cage to see another bear. Maybe you were like that bear. And that bear was polar bear. And polar bear was even bigger than the grizzly bear. I always imagined polar bear as this white, fluffy, kind of like cute snowman. But this was a big carnivore. It was a big bear, and I was terrified again. So I was really disappointed, and I thought, oh, so the bears are not actually cute. They're very huge and they're scary too. Oh, so I was very disappointed. And then on our way out, there was another place to see bear. And then that's where I fell in love. That's where we find moon bear or sun bear. The real name for these bears are actually called Asiatic black bear. These bears are a lot smaller than the other bears, and then their hair is actually very, very fluffy too. A bit longer than the other bears, but very fluffy. And then they've got this beautiful crescent-shaped chest blaze that looks kind of like half moon. Maybe that's where they got their name from. So some of them are actually called moon bear. But there were some people who were calling them also sun bear as well. So I looked around, and then there was this big information. And on the information paper, it says, Asiatic black bear, also known as sun bear or moon bear. But that got me wonder, why is it called moon bear and sun bear? So when we went home, I asked my mom and dad, Mommy, remember that bear that I actually thought was very, very cute and I fell in love with? And my mom was like, sure. Why is it called moon bear sometimes? And why is it called sun bear sometimes? And this is the story my mom told me. So long time ago, sun, as the owner of the sky, was being looked up to by everybody. everybody loved sun. Sun's always there in the sky, shines over everything, looks down on everything too. But everybody loved and respected the sun because it's sun. I mean, sun shines and brings the lights, everything, right? So anyways, the sun, being a little bit ignorant and arrogant even because he's being loved by everybody, he's like, oh, I'm the best. I'm always being loved. Everybody loves me, and I'm the best, and I'm the best looking. But then one day, sun heard about this thing called moon, which he has never seen. And then people were speaking quite highly of this moon. They said, when sun comes down, moon would go up to the sky and take over the position of the sun. And then moon is not as noisy or boasting like sun, but he quietly shines over people and looks after people so that they don't get lost at night. And sun is like, who is this moon and why is people speaking so highly of this moon? I want to find out who this moon is. But sun could not meet the moon because moon could only come out when sun goes down. But there was a day when sun and the moon could all come up together in the sky. Now that does not happen very often, but it does actually happen in real life. So anyways, that was the time the sun actually got to see the moon and he fell in love with the moon. Moon was beautiful, like everybody said. Moon was so quiet, but moon was so beautiful, and all sun could think of was, oh wow, how I wish I could just see her more often. How I wish I could just talk to her. But again, moon could only come up when sun goes down. So sun was being really, really heartbroken. And one day, the God came and God said, I heard that you are sick now. What's the problem? And sun said, you see, I am in love. I'm in love with someone who I cannot meet. And that was the moon. So the God gave him a choice. Now, if you give up being the sun who everybody looks up to, and if you just leave being sun, then you can turn into something else and then meet moon all the time. But would you do that? Would you give up everything you have? Would you let go of everything that you have just to become something else so that you can see the moon? And the sun said, without even hesitating, the sun said, yes, I would like that. I'll become anything if I could just see the moon again. So the sun, someone else took the position as the sun, and that old sun was born into a bear. And then that was the sun bear. And then the God turned the moon into a moon bear. So they became sun bear and a moon bear and could see each other again. But here was a little bit tricky part. They were born as brother and sister, so they couldn't be the lover that sun wanted to originally, but they became like the best brother and sister ever. So that's the story. I thought it was a very cute story, and that made me even like the sun bear, moon bear even more. So sun bear, moon bear, they're basically the same bears, but some people call them sun bears, some people call them moon bears. So anyways, did you guys know, by the way, that there used to be over more than 100 species of bears, but now there are about 15 of them left in the world. Why? That's because people keep cutting down the trees, or because of the climate changes, we keep losing the forest and the mountains. So bears are losing their home. So what do you think that we should do? Leave the trees alone so that we can have more bears too. Anyway, that's my story for today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye!